Did you know that earwigs will crawl into your ear while you are sleeping and eat your brain? Okay, maybe that's not quite true, but that's what I knew to be true as a kid, and just the look of those scary pinchers. But it is true they can eat your plants, so let's eliminate them. In this video, I've got 6 different ways to do just that. Hey, I'm Brian with Next Level Gardening, and if you're looking to join an online garden community that offers tips, tricks, and support to help you take your garden to the next level, you're in the right place. Start now by clicking subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss anything. Now let's get growing. So after last week's video on aphids, I put out a survey to our private Facebook group, and if you're not a part of that group and you're on Facebook, I'll put the link down below. But I got a ton of responses, and I'm thinking now of turning this into a series, and I'm going to be covering your top, or my Facebook group's top pests and diseases. If you have some you'd like to add to that list, go ahead and leave them in the comments down below. But a really popular one on that group was earwigs, so we're going to cover that today. They're really easy to spot. I think everyone knows what they look like with those telltale pinchers. But you might not know exactly what the damage looks like. Ragged holes in leaves or leaves with ragged edges are what you're looking for. Leaf damage is similar to caterpillar damage, so you need to make sure that earwigs are actually causing the damage by going out at night is typically when they do their work. Take a flashlight with you and you'll be able to see if it's earwigs causing the problem or if it's just caterpillars. And they also bore holes right into the flesh of soft fruits. Now I have to say right up front, earwigs aren't all that bad. They lie on the cusp between bad insect and good insect because they do eat aphids and mice. Because they do eat aphids and mites. So if you don't see damage and you just see a few earwigs here and there, I really wouldn't worry about it too much. And you don't even have to do any of these things I'm going to tell you. But it's nice to have them in your back pocket in case they do become a problem. So if you do see some of this damage and you do find that it's earwigs, then it's time to implement some of these strategies. So I always talk prevention first. So that's number one, but it's not really easy to prevent earwigs from coming to your garden because they actually take shelter in one of the things that's most important in our gardens, and that is mulch, debris laying on the ground. So while you may not be able to prevent them coming into your garden, you can prevent them from attacking your plants. One way to do that is with oil traps. Go around your garden in the most prone areas and put some small bowls of a little bit of olive oil, maybe 1/4 inch deep. Sprinkle some soy sauce in there for flavor. Actually, it provides a scent that attracts them. The earwig, you want to bury those bowls down into the mulch or the soil so that the top of the bowl is level with the top of the ground. And then you wait for the earwigs at night, usually, to be attracted, fall in, and they'll not be able to get out of the oil. You can also place squares of cardboard around your garden, the kind that are corrugated with the little wiggles in the middle. It's best if you just kind of spray them a little bit, get them a little bit damp, but what's going to happen is overnight, the earwigs are going to use the little spaces in between the 2 layers that have the little squiggly piece. They're going to shelter in there. And in the morning, you can take the cardboard out with the earwigs and dispose of them in any way you see fit. Into a bucket of soapy water is a good way to do that. Very similarly, you can just roll up some newspaper or any kind of paper, put a rubber band or some tape so it stays in a roll, place it in your garden, same thing. They're going to use that as shelter. In the morning after they're out, sun comes out, they need some shelter, they're going to go and hide in there. Get rid of them. Now, if you have problems with earwigs damaging your fruit, peaches, plums, that kind of thing, you can keep them out of the tree by using some Vaseline, or if they have some insect sticky glue type things you can use. The thing with Vaseline is do not rub it directly on the tree trunk. You want to protect the tree trunk because Vaseline is not good for that at all and could kill the tree depending on its age. Take some plastic wrap a layer around the tree trunk, and then you want to put about a 2-inch wide smear of Vaseline all the way around that trunk on the plastic wrap. And that is going to create a sticky barrier that earwigs will not want to cross. And they'll need to cross it to get from the ground up to the fruit. So you'll want to do this when you see the fruit start to ripen, and then keep it on there and refreshed if needed until the fruits are all harvested, and then you can take the plastic off and be done. Now there are a couple insects that we can use, that we can attract to our garden to help manage our earwig population if it's out of control. The first one is the assassin bug, and it really lives up to its name. Your garden probably already has these bugs in it if you've got densely planted areas, because they like a variety of cover. But just like an assassin, they're very stealthy and you may never even know they're there. They actually kill the insect by inserting their beak into the insect. It pierces the flesh of the insect. They inject a toxin into the insect, which liquefies their insides, and then they use their beak like a straw to suck those insides right out. But for those of you worried about sea turtles, it is a reusable straw. Praying mantis will also prey on earwigs, and you can attract them to your garden by providing plants with sturdy stems that overwinter, even dead. But as long as the stems are sturdy enough to still stand, that is where the praying mantis will attach their egg cases, and that's what they're looking for. Now you can purchase praying mantis egg cases, but sometimes it can be overkill. They will kill all insects in your garden. They do not differentiate good versus bad. And sometimes when you bring that many in, it could disrupt the balance of your garden. So the last one would be organic insecticides like horticultural oil or diatomaceous earth, which both will work. However, I would really only use this if you had a major problem, because those two things can also kill good insects as well as bad. So that's the 6. If you learned something, please give the video a thumbs up. It helps push this video out to others who might need this information, and it helps the channel, and I would appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do that, and I will see you next time.